Soft morning light slips quietly through the window, gently caressing a peaceful face still wrapped in sleep. A slow, blossoming smile forms, as if welcoming the promise of a new day with unwavering spirit and quiet joy. Outside, the sweet chorus of birds and the gentle rustle of wind create a symphony that stirs the soul and awakens hope. The first step onto the cool floor feels like the start of endless possibilities waiting to unfold. A glass of clear water is sipped slowly, each drop infused with hope and long-held determination to embrace whatever comes. In the corner of the room, a small note hangs, etched with dreams that have stood the test of time and fueled countless mornings. The day begins without hesitation, guided by the belief that every moment is a blessing and every breath a gift. Small obstacles appear: spilled coffee, a stepped-on shoe, a gusty wind, flipping an umbrella. Yet not a single challenge can dim that smile or shake the steady heart beneath it. The journey continues onward. Amid the city's noise and bustle, a pair of eyes gaze skyward, blue vast, filled with endless potential and quiet strength. Hands clutch a bag brimming with hope. Feet step boldly into a world that is sometimes harsh, yet always vibrant and full of color, waiting to be embraced anew. The sun climbs higher, casting a warm glimmer overhead that wraps the world in gentle light. Each step forward never falters, even as the heat presses down and shadows stretch long across the ground. Sweat trickles down the brow, yet the face remains bright, not because everything is easy, but because everything holds deep meaning. Hands keep moving, fixing, creating, and mending with quiet determination. Sometimes things fall, break, or fail to go as planned. Yet there is always a second, third, even 100th attempt. Every setback is met with a deep breath and a steady gaze. There is no space for surrender in this journey. Amidst the busyness, a piece of bread is shared with a stray cat that appears silently, seeking a moment of kindness. A small bird perches nearby, as if to join in this brief pause. Nature seems to celebrate this undying spirit of perseverance. The eyes never stray from the goal. It's not about being the best, but about refusing to stop moving forward. It's about planting seeds, even when the rain hasn't yet come. It's about smiling, even when the heart feels weary. And beneath it all, gratitude quietly grows like roots beneath the soil, unseen, yet always strengthening and sustaining the soul. Have you ever paused at sunset, letting the golden sky wash over you in a quiet moment of peace? As the bright blue above slowly transforms into a breathtaking canvas of orange and gold, the world seems to gently slow down. The soft warmth of the evening sun dances behind the trees, spreading a calm invitation to breathe deeply and simply be present. Sitting by a quiet lake, with feet dipped into cool, clear water, every gentle ripple seems to carry away the rush and worries of the day. The shimmering reflection on the surface reminds you that happiness isn't always about reaching a final destination. Sometimes, true joy is found in the courage to keep moving forward, to keep trying, and to savor the journey itself. In the distance, children's laughter fills the air with pure delight, while a soft guitar melody drifts by, weaving a peaceful harmony that makes the world feel whole and connected. In that fleeting moment, nothing matters more than being fully present, gratefully embracing the here and now without worry or haste. Life isn't perfect, and it doesn't need to be. The real magic lies in our willingness to embrace each moment with hope, delight, and deep gratitude. Beneath the evening sky, happiness quietly blooms for those who choose to notice its gentle, glowing light. Night descends slowly, wrapping the world in a gentle embrace that soothes the restless mind. Soft lamplight glimmers softly on the walls, casting shifting shadows that move quietly, marking the steady passage of time in a silent rhythm. In the corner, a steaming cup of tea brings comfort, its warmth mingling with the hush that fills the room, inviting calm and reflection. The day has ended, yet the spirit remains alive, quietly vibrant. An open notebook rests nearby, filled with small scribbles about the day's simple joys. A stranger's smile, children's laughter echoing in the distance, a task completed despite imperfections. Each line is a testament that today was not wasted, that meaning can be found in the smallest moments. Outside the window, stars begin to appear, some faint, some bright, each shining in its own moment without haste or competition. The night sky teaches that every light has its time to shine, just as every life has its unique rhythm and purpose. Before sleep, There is a gentle pause to close one's eyes in gratitude, not because every wish was granted, but because strength remains to keep trying, to laugh, to feel deeply. If tomorrow comes, there will be new stories to tell, fresh footsteps to take, and an undying flame of hope to carry forward. The morning arrives with a blanket of gray clouds, gentle rain tracing patterns across rooftops, roads, and leaves. The air is crisp, a little colder than usual, but it does nothing to dampen determination. Instead, a quiet calm settles in, as if each raindrop whispers encouragement to embrace the day with purpose. Raincoat on, shoes dipping into puddles, every step becomes a small rhythm, blending with the soft patter of rainfall. Many choose to wait under shelter, but one figure keeps moving forward, undeterred by the chill and damp. Deep down, they know that rain is only temporary, and that a rainbow waits beyond the storm. Along the way, a small umbrella is offered to an elderly person standing alone at the roadside. No words pass between them, just a single smile, enough to warm even the coldest morning. Suddenly, the rain feels lighter, transformed into a reason for compassion. Each slow, careful step is meaningful, never wasted. When you live each day with a full heart, every day is complete. Rain, rather than an obstacle, becomes a gentle reminder that even the sky must weep before it shines again. Have you ever noticed the calming scent of wet earth after rain? In a quiet backyard garden, hands carefully dig into the soft soil, planting new seeds with gentle care and quiet hope. Each tiny seed is more than just a beginning. It is a promise, a hopeful gesture placed in the ground with faith that time and patience will do their work. Dirty hands reveal a grateful heart, one that finds joy not in perfection, but in the ongoing process of growth. Old sprouts are watched with patience, their slow and steady growth often overlooked, yet every inch gained is a quiet victory worth celebrating. Nothing grows overnight, and that's not a problem. What truly matters is the steady care and attention given, even when results aren't immediately visible. A butterfly pauses delicately on a blooming flower, and an ant carries its food with unwavering determination. Nature never rushes, yet it always reaches its goal in its own perfect time. In the same way, the small steps you take each day hold deep meaning, even if the outcome isn't instantly clear. The sky may not always be bright, but it is bright enough to keep moving forward. Happiness doesn't require perfection. It is enough to have gratitude, a steady spirit, and the belief that every day is a field for sowing goodness, even if it is just a single seed planted with care. The morning began with an uphill path, steeper than usual. Rocks scattered beneath each step, while the wind pressed harder against your back. Yet, your feet kept moving, one after another, slowly but surely. There were no complaints, only deeper breaths and a growing resolve. Fallen leaves covered parts of the ground, making every step heavier, but also more meaningful. Pausing occasionally, not to surrender, but to reset your breath and realize how far you've already come. A small bird darted low, vanishing behind the trees, its distant song quietly encouraging you onward. Deep inside, a certainty grew. The most challenging trails often lead to the most beautiful places. Reaching the summit, the world stretched wide before you. The wind blew stronger, carrying a relief that words could hardly capture. There was no cheering crowd, no applause, just silence and an open view, enough to remind you that honest struggle always brings something home, even if it's only a peaceful heart. The journey up Hope Hill becomes a mirror, reflecting the quiet power of perseverance and the profound reward of simply continuing on. Pause your scrolling for a moment. Imagine a day with no rush, no noise, just a simple room and a blank sheet of paper. In this quiet, the most honest voices within you finally break through. You sit by a window, eyes tracing a sky that's neither blue nor gray, heart as calm as a motionless lake. Suddenly, the weight of achievements and failures seems to fade away. What matters most is the courage to simply be present, to live each day with full awareness and intention. You start to write, not grand plans or perfect poetry, but the small, overlooked things. The scent of your first coffee in the morning, a silent hug from a friend, the quiet strength to rise after last night's tears. These moments are proof that life is never empty or meaningless. In the silence, you hear the ticking clock, a bird outside, your own steady breath. Nothing dramatic, yet happiness hides here, in the ordinary, in the practice of noticing and being truly thankful. True meaning is found not in the noise, but in the mindful embrace of each quiet moment life offers. The power flickered and vanished, plunging the room into darkness. Shadows stretched across familiar walls, and silence settled in, broken only by the gentle patter of rain outside. There was no panic, just a quiet acceptance. A single candle was lit, its flame trembling yet steady, casting a soft golden glow that filled the space with warmth. The world slowed down. Screens went dark, notifications ceased, and the usual hum of technology faded away. In that pause, time seemed to expand. Presence became more vivid, simply sitting in the hush, feeling the gentle pulse of being alive. The scent of rain-soaked earth drifted through a cracked window, and nature's own music, raindrops and distant thunder, replaced playlists and podcasts. There was nothing missing. In fact, something precious was found. In the gentle quiet, memories surfaced, hopes whispered, and silent prayers warmed the heart. The candle's light could not conquer the darkness, but it soothed the soul. Like a small, persistent hope, it reminded that brightness need not be blinding to be meaningful. Sometimes, a single quiet spark is all it takes to keep moving forward, even when the world outside is dark. Imagine the first rays of the sun gently illuminating your room, the world still quiet and fresh. Before the rush of the day begins, you reach for a glass of warm water, feeling the gentle steam rise and the comforting heat in your hands. This small act, taken slowly and mindfully, becomes a moment of grounding and presence. Each sip soothes your body, awakening your senses with warmth and comfort that spreads from your throat to your core. It's not about perfection or grand gestures, but about honoring the new day with intention and gratitude. As you drink, you notice how your mind feels lighter, your body refreshed and ready. The warmth flows through you, inviting calm, clarity, and a deep sense of appreciation. You breathe deeply, fully aware of the simple fact of being alive, of having another morning to greet and embrace. This ritual is not just about hydration. It's about connecting with the present moment and finding meaning in simplicity. The world outside may bustle and demand your attention, but you have already claimed a quiet moment of peace. With your first step into the day, you carry with you a sense of renewal, calm, and quiet hope, all sparked by a humble glass of warm water. This is how a simple ritual can gently transform your entire morning and set the tone for what lies ahead.